What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 5 of Isolation, where I'm out here documenting all the things I'm doing during this pandemic, whether it's digging, riding, building new bikes, you name it. Today I picked up my Hawk Hill from Dodge City Cycles in Cumberland. The boys went and put the final touches on the bike and made it absolutely insane. This bike is so much fun, and this is probably the most favorite bike I've ever owned. I think it's just because it looks so clean. Like, it's got the Miami Vice theme. So does my hardtail. So now that both bikes are matching, it's so rad. I've never had two bikes that match completely perfect like this before. Like, every little detail. I have like the same handlebar, same seat, same paint job. It's like very, very matchy, and it's really cool because I've never really had that before. I'm running a small Hawk Hill frame with 140 mil travel in the front on the SR Sun 2 Oran fork, and then 120 mil in the back running the Tri-Air. Then I got all Shimano components across the board. So for 2020, I'm on the full program with Shimano. I have the new 12-speed XT drivetrain, cranks, XT, brakes, everything. And what's really sick is the new wheel sets too. Like, these wheels are super nice looking. They look really good. They're very lightweight too. So I'm really excited to see how they ride. And then my components, full P&W components across the board. I just love P&W stuff. And what I'm really psyched about this here is the new blacked out loam lever. This thing is so sweet. And it like matches the nice blacked out loam grips really well. And for tires, I'm running the Hutchinson Griffiths tires, 2.4 on the rear and 2.5 on the front, so I can get that nice beefy feeling on the front end. I feel like if I'm on a shorter travel bike like this, I want all the cushion I can get, so more travel on the front than the rear, and then a fatter tire in the front than the rear. Another thing too, like, that's really unique about my setup is I run narrow handlebars. I think it's like from my dirt jump style. So on my dirt jump bike, these bars are probably only like 720 mils wide, and on this bike they're 750, so that's perfect for me. I'm a smaller guy, I got narrower shoulders, so it's a really perfect fit. I haven't been this excited about a bike in a long time, and that's because the Hawk Hill is honestly one of the most fun bikes you'll ever ride. Like, it's insane how much fun you can have on these bikes. They climb really well, they descend really well, but they're also like very, very fun and flickable to like throw around. They jump really nice. Last year I had a few film projects where I worked on like seeing how hard I could send it on the Hawk Hill, and I couldn't believe like how big I could actually go on this thing without pushing the bike to its full limit. It handled all sorts of terrain, from like bigger jumps and like boostier stuff all the way down to like technical, like steep rocky lines. And yeah, I couldn't believe like the versatility of the bike itself. It was really nice to like discover a bike that could kind of handle everything, even though it had only 120 mil of travel on the rear. And that's the bike. I was really hoping to ride it today, but halfway through the building session it started to like downpour and get really wet, so I knew I wasn't getting a ride in today. But I just can't wait to ride this. I'm like shaking, I'm way too stoked. I almost need to like get out for a ride right now, but I'm exhausted from digging all day. So let's review some of the footage from today. I think you'll be really psyched to see the progress I made. I'm back out at the trail this morning, and I spent the last hour just raking everything out, getting it ready and looking semi-rideable. I really wanted to see like how it would look once I got everything leveled out and cleaned up. It looks pretty sick. That's the first step down on the line there. The only problem is I can't cut this roller down lower because the roots for the tree are right against here. Otherwise, I would scrape this down a bit and throw that dirt into there just to level things out. Because as it is right now, you have a pretty deep compression right here, and that is the same spot where you have to be turning. So you don't want to be like compressing and turning at the same time as you're trying to pop off something, because A, it's going to be kind of dangerous since the trees are quite tight down there. And B, if you want to trick it or like do anything a little more stylish or like dialed, it's going to be really tough to like focus on turning, carving, and like handling that compression right before you pop off. You want to kind of simplify things a bit and make it a bit less technical. So what I'm going to do here is take more of this dirt. I just spent the last hour here cutting out this big dig pit, and I'm thinking that is way less dirt than I thought it actually would be. You can't really see a huge difference yet. So I'm thinking I'm going to need like twice as much as this at least. Throw it into that low spot, rake it up, bank everything out more, get that low area right there stacked up to like there, and then that's going to look really nice. Once I get that going, I can start with raking everything out, cleaning it up, and slap packing everything so it's good to ride. And before I even start riding and testing, I think I'm gonna roughen a landing zone because it's pretty low consequence just to like air part way down, but I need to run out. So I want to start testing it out and seeing how far I can get down there and how easy this is to clear. All right, let's get back into some building now. There's something I want to show everyone because this dirt is the perfect example, and that's how to pack something this smooth very first run through. And the trick is to like pack and slam down and then slide your shovel away from you as it hits the dirt, and then just get like a nice smooth surface pack as you go along. It's going to be really hard for me to show you just by myself with my camera trying to like do it, but basically this is how it works. Like you slam it down and then slide a bit as you're lifting up, keeping the tip of the shovel up in the air so it's not like digging into the surface as you're packing. The idea is to slam into the ground, slide the shovel away from you, and then lift back up all in like one smooth, simple motion. For berms, I tend to do this motion horizontally, and for takeoffs, vertically. And the trick is to give it a few passes so you're not just going over one area once. You want to hit it a few times over and over to give it a nice smooth surface. And just like that, after a few hits, let's pack it in nice. There's really no better feeling than seeing something you built freshly complete and ready to ride, and that's what we got off the top here. I'm so stoked. Okay, so I'm gonna drop off the rock here and then come down into the first corner, which is nice and buffed out here. Got that turn all done. I ended up like widening it, making it a little wider just so I could like hook into this roller a bit nicer. The roller is looking sick, a little harder on the right side like I originally planned, which is gonna dip you away from that tree right into the middle of this berm here. And then the berm is nice and filled in the middle now. Really nice curve to it, and you're just gonna pop off this stump nice and mellow, hitting the hill right in front here. And then now I just gotta figure out where exactly to start the landing. I can't test it yet, it's still too wet and it's still raining, but I'm gonna just start roughing in the landing zone and kind of take a wild guess on where it should go. All right, let's get back into it. Wow, it feels so good to finally connect everything. So this is actually less than an hour of work. I put like 45 minutes of work into this, just raking it out, getting that rod and stump out, just hacking it with the pickaxe, and then just like cleaning it up. And really, it's pretty easy how, it's pretty crazy how easy that was. So I think all I have to do now is like add some dirt to the top here to fill in the low spots, cut down some of the high spots, level everything out, lift the whole landing up a bit, like raise it up a bit, like off the ground more, because as I come into the next hit, the roots here are pretty high and I don't have to like cut out these giant roots. So I'm just gonna like raise everything, and that will make this jump here more of a step down than it is now. So if it's gonna be up like this much higher, that means that I won't need as much speed to clear this, which means I can maybe even make this bigger. We'll find out next time when I test this out, but I'm really excited because everything's turning out to be pretty sizable. It's going to be really fast, and there's endless possibilities in this forest. I really don't know what I'm going to do other than build a huge catcher berm after this, which might turn into an S berm. It might just lead into a speed gap going that direction. I really don't know. There's a few lines I've been kind of hiking out every day when I've been leaving and trying to decide how I'm going to finish this line off. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and leaving comments and all the support. I really appreciate it. It's really cool to see everyone follow along as I build this trail, and stay tuned for the next video because I'll definitely be testing this out and seeing where I end up. All right, peace everyone. Thanks again.